Will you be my man?
Yes, I'd love to be your man.
Mommy.
Let's start from the beginning. She didn't grow up knowing him. Not at all. But her parents did. Her mom knew him since elementary school. Same bus stop, same lunches, same classrooms all the way through the 5th grade. And years later, both her mom and her dad graduated high school with him. They were never close, but they were familiar. The kind of classmates you remember decades later. The real friendship didn't happen until adulthood. Years after graduation, he and her dad ended up working together. Same company, same shift, same long nights that turned coworkers into brothers. They became real friends. The kind who laughed together, argued together, and covered for each other when life got tough. But life pulled them in different directions, and eventually, they lost touch again. Fast forward almost 20 years. She's a freshman in college, 18 years old, out on her own for the first time, juggling classes, stress, and the chaos of figuring out adulthood, and that's when fate steps in. One afternoon, he's delivering a load directly through her campus. Nothing unusual, just another stop, until he sees her standing outside her dorm in the parking lot, frustrated, staring at a completely flat tire. Cars drove past her, students ignored her, but he didn't. He slowed down, rolled down his window and called out gently, "You need some help?" She nodded, embarrassed and overwhelmed. He parked his truck and walked over. Then he handled everything. He jacked up her car in the dorm parking lot, pulled the destroyed tire off, drove it to a tire shop down the road, paid to have a new tire mounted, came back and installed it for her. All without complaining, all without making her feel stupid. She watched him work with a kind of awe, not because he fixed the tire, but because no one had ever gone that far out of their way for her before. When he finished, she thanked him, genuinely, emotionally. They introduced themselves. One moment turned into a few minutes of conversation. A few minutes turned into something that felt surprisingly natural. Before he left, she asked, "Can I get your number, in case I ever need help again?" He hesitated, just for a second, but he gave it to her. Over the next few months, they talked. Text messages at first, then phone calls, then long late-night conversations about everything: life, family, school, work, dreams, frustrations. Nothing romantic, not at first, but the chemistry grew, quietly, naturally, unavoidably. When she turned 19, she asked him to take her out for her birthday. He tried to refuse, tried to draw a line, but she insisted, and finally he gave in. Their first date changed everything. And that brings us to this moment.
Will you be my man?
Yes, I'd love to be your man.
Mommy.
Be 100% honest. If this was your 19-year-old daughter and your 44-year-old friend, would you be mad or happy for them? No wrong answers. Let's talk about it.